All right, let's talk about the 2020 elections. We have like 23 or 24 Democratic candidates who are vying for an opportunity to take on Trump in the general election. And I kind of want to talk about them and who I'm interested in and provide some information and some details because that's what we do. There we go. All right, let's start with Joe Biden. Because there ain't no hiding from Joe Biden. There ain't no hiding from Joe Biden. Nah, but yeah, Joe Biden was Obama's vice president, as you know, and that I think that really galvanized his career because he was an average politician. You know, there was nothing special about him. He kind of has this he's from Scranton, Pennsylvania, and he always talks about it. And you know, he's the scrapper, he's the fighter, he's the honest truth teller. It's all a veneer, I would say, because when you look at his policies, positions that he supports, super corporate friendly, super middle of the ground. And the thing about being in the middle of the ground in this current political climate, the whole spectrum of argument as far as politics, right? We're talking left and right, if you will. The whole spectrum of argument has moved so far to the right currently that if you're in the middle and we're so far to the right and you want to play in the middle, you're a fucking Republican and you're a fucking conservative. That's what you are. And if that's what you are, that's what you are. But this guy, Biden says he's the most progressive person. Get the fuck out of here. The most progressive candidate in the race. It's like they just use the term. They don't give a fuck if it mean anything. They're just making shit up. He's not progressive at all. I would say maybe on certain issues, maybe I haven't found them. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about his history. There was the '93 crime bill that he authored. And the interesting thing about that, I think we know about that. This is the crime bill that basically set the platform for a huge through the roof expansion of black people going to prison. Within this crime bill, you had the three strike systems, right? So if you do 3 felonies or something of that nature, literally you go to prison for years and years. It broke up families and it messed up a lot of minority communities, almost exclusively the black community too. So this is what Joe Biden authored. Now let's do a little more history on that. There was a guy named Strom Thurmond. He was a senator for a long time, senator from South Carolina. He ran for president in 1948, and his main policy platform was states' rights, right? So he was, I would say, Strom Thurmond was definitely a racist. And in '91, when Joe Biden was working on this crime bill, who did he work with initially? There was a 1991 incarnation of that crime bill that he worked on with Strom Thurmond. Yeah, so that's a problem. I mean, the 93 version that actually passed, I don't believe Strom Thurmond directly had anything to do with that bill. But why would you work with an overt racist to make a crime bill? And then you say that it's interesting to me. He has a checkered past, and also the Anita Hill. Sorry, the Anita Hill hearings. That speaks to his I think his need to be politically expedient as opposed to being right and doing the right thing, right? And if you want to say now that maybe, as far as the racism and Joe Biden's attachment to overt racism is concerned, if you want to say that maybe it's the future now, things have changed, he was a black guy's vice president, so maybe, no, because he still defends the crime bill to this day. He still thinks it was the right thing to do, and it literally was responsible for locking up hundreds of thousands of people that maybe could have done something else could have happened, as opposed to being so rigid and harsh with identifying criminality and just punishing it so much, right? Whatever the case is, I don't like Joe Biden. And I mean, even though there's no hiding, fuck him and I ain't lying. Fuck him and I ain't lying. Anyway, I don't know. So Cory Booker, let's go to Cory Booker.